you may have to give up your aisle seat. If you need restrooms, they're right around the corner, right over here, and I'm sure they'll be here in a few minutes.
with Andy, right?
Yeah, I'm with Andy.
Okay. The guy back here that's filming this is Andy Jackson, who is actually with the University of Nebraska, going for his doctorate. This is part of his thesis, the caucus program. So that's why he's here. Just give me a minute or two and I'll catch my breath and figure out what I'm doing here. My goodness gracious, this is one of the better crowds I've had in a while. Thank you very much. My name's Freddie Cruson, and I'm the temporary chair for this caucus for 2016. And boy, it's amazing to see all these people show up. It's really great to see people participating. You know, the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence gives us one responsibility, and that is that we have a harsh and abusive government. It's our right and our responsibility to change it. I'm glad to see you here, no matter who you're voting for. Just participate in the process. Now, one thing nice about this is the RPI gives us a manual, and it makes it really easy. Even people with a 5th grade education can do this. So, well, I want somebody to come up here and volunteer to do this. No, that's okay. All right. Thank you guys, appreciate it. Wherever Judy can do her thing. Thank you. I'm going to try to expedite this as much as I possibly can. And one of the first things we do is we pass this around. I'll give you some instructions. This is how Fremont County Republican Party, we fund some of the things we do. This is called the Lincoln Bag. And, okay. It's called the Lincoln Bag. Do I speak loud enough without the mic?
No.
Everybody hear me?
No.
Okay, well then I'm going to use the mic. How about that? All right, there we go. This is called the Lincoln Bag, and this is how we fund some of the things we do for the Republican Party in Fremont County. And when we pass this around, a couple of things. Don't put a check in here for more than $25.01, because then I have a lot of paperwork to do, and I don't like to do paperwork, okay? And the other thing is, if you're going to put dollar bills in this thing, or $20 bills, don't put any $50 bills in here. Don't put any $100 bills, and we'll take all the 20s you can put in here. But don't put any 50s or 100s, okay? Because we have to validate all that and do all that paperwork. We prefer not to do that. So we can start this, and I'll start passing this around. Okay, put the donations in, put it in, whatever. The next thing we're going to do is to get this meeting going. Is we're going to rise. I'm going to do the Pledge of Allegiance again. And I got to find my flag. Here it is. Okay. Everybody stand, please. Once again. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, God. All right. I'm going to skip a lot of this stuff because you guys have been real patient for me. One of the things that we have to do is nominate a caucus chairman. And to speed this up, I'll put myself in for the chairman for the caucus. You'd like me to, unless somebody else would like to volunteer for this position. If all those that want Freddie Cruson as your caucus chair say aye. Aye. All opposed say nay. I wish we had more nays. Okay. All right. So, and to save time again, I have this wonderful, lovely Judy Barrett up here that's always been with us through thick and thin, and she's been our secretary for the Fremont County Republicans for a long, long time. So I'd like to enter her name in nomination to become the permanent secretary. And any other people want to be the secretary? Nobody? Seeing none, I say, okay, everybody vote for yay for Judy. I'm sorry, Judy. Nays, all the A's? Yay. And now any nays? If the A's have it, way to go. Let's rock and roll. All right. The nice thing about this is even in black, I mean, real big black print, so I can read this. Now the presidential poll, preference poll, any candidate representatives who wish to speak can do so. And what we're going to do is we're going to take it in alphabetical order. And you'll have 3 minutes to speak for the candidate that you wish to speak for. I'll be representing Donald Trump, and so anybody else? We can start with Jeb Bush. Is anybody going to speak for Jeb Bush? Okay, seeing there's nobody for Jeb Bush. How about Dr. Carson? In alphabetical order. Anybody for Dr. Carson? Okay, I see none for Dr. Carson.
Do you have to be part of his campaign, or can anybody speak?
No, anybody can come up here and speak.
What? Okay.
Yes, come on up here.
Right.
Oh, you for Dr. Carson? Okay, good man. And let me hit my flag. Get up this thing. Ready?
Yeah.
Go.
You know, 6 months ago, I really liked Ben Carson, and I started liking Trump and then Cruz, but the closer I got to tonight, I just thought, you know, we've had 7 years of division and Obama trying to tear this country apart, and I just think that Ben Carson will be the guy to try to heal us. We need some healing. This country needs some healing, and I think he's the right guy for it. So.
Anybody for Chris Christie? Okay, how about Ted Cruz? Aren't you going to speak to Ted Cruz? Okay. She's a little long-winded. I might have to wait.
Sorry, I'm going to use a canned speech.
You ready? Go.
My name is Judy Barrett, and tonight I'm asking you to join with me in caucusing for Ted Cruz. The most important thing to consider tonight is not what candidates say while campaigning, but their record on the issues we care about most. Ted Cruz is the consistent conservative we can trust. When he says he's going to do something, he has a proven record of doing it. And here are just a couple examples. When the Gang of Eight amnesty bill was being pushed by both Washington Democrats and Republicans, it was Ted Cruz who stood up and successfully led the effort to defeat it. When President Obama passed Obamacare, Ted Cruz led the fight against it. And when President Obama tried repeatedly to enact gun control, Ted Cruz was the only candidate to successfully fight to protect our Second Amendment rights. The Washington establishment would rather you caucus for one of Ted's opponents tonight. That's because if we as conservatives are divided, they will win. But conservatives like you and me in Iowa and across the nation are united behind Ted Cruz because this has become our moment. This is our time to unite so that together we can reignite the promise of America. Thanks to each of you for coming out tonight, and I again ask you to join me in caucusing for Ted Cruz.
Okay, now anybody for Carly Fiorina? Anybody for Carly Fiorina? Okay, I don't like that lady. How about Jim Gilmore? Anybody for Jim Gilmore? How about Mike Huckabee? Anybody for Governor Mike Huckabee? Anybody? Okay. How about John Kasich? How about Governor John Kasich? Anybody for John Kasich? Yeah. Jake, come on up here, my friend.
Sidney. Run for this fellow because he is the two-time governor of the state of Iowa. He was in the Congress the last time they ever balanced the budget. And he worked on both sides of the aisle and got things done. I think we need to go back there, and I think he's about the only guy running that I think has the willpower to get it done. Thank you.
Okay, anybody for Rand Paul? Anybody for Rand Paul? Okay, how about Marco Rubio? Anybody in here for Marco Rubio? Raise your hand. No? And how about Rick Santorum? Anybody want to speak in behalf of Rick Santorum? Okay. And looks like I'm down to Donald Trump. That leaves me. And I'll be representing Donald Trump.
Did you want to speak to Rubio?
Yeah, I think I might like to say.
Okay, come on up here. Good boy.
Good evening. First off, I just want to say it's really good to be here, and it's just really good to be participating in deciding our nation's future. I want to say, look, I just want to say something for Marco Rubio because I'm still on the fence about him because I'm still not sure. I really like Ted Cruz, but I will say this: that the way in which Marco Rubio talks. One of the things I love about him is his faith. He's very honest about it, and yes, we've got a lot of candidates that are willing to say that. But when you go and you look at what of the things that some of the things that he said, just in live events as he's traveling around Iowa here, is just it seems like he's got a real solid faith. And the other thing I like about him, as opposed to Ted Cruz, which is probably again, I'm still on the fence about it, but I like his style. He's not, he's got a little bit of fight in him, which I think is necessary, but you know what, he's not, I'm not going to bury your face in the dirt if you disagree. There's time to do that, maybe vet, so I have no problem with it, but there's also time to say, you know what, there's a higher way to do it.
You got good. Thank you for showing Ladies and gentlemen, since I'm supporting Trump, I guess I got commandeered to do this. I'm not that fond of Trump. And you didn't say, well, whoa, what the heck are you doing fighting, accomplishing for Trump? And I'm going to tell you. There were three things that I was looking at when I considered Trump. And this is the facts. I wanted somebody out there that could unite the United States of America. That could bring Democrats and Republicans together. And I had to prove that. Well, how do I prove that? I was talking to a couple of friends of mine that are Democrats that were going to be caucusing for Trump. And I said, well, goodness gracious, if they're going to do that, what about the rest of the Democrats out there across the country? Well, at that time, I could only find one poll, and that was Alabama. And in Alabama, all the Democrats that were being polled, 28% of the people that were considered themselves Democrats were going for Trump. That didn't include the independents or the libertarians, 28%. Well, now we have some national polls out that show that Donald Trump is pulling 20% of the Democrats all across the country of the early polling states. Now, if that man can do that, that means that he can not only unite the country, he can unite the party. And that's really what I'm looking for. One of the other things, you hear these politicians say, they're all great politicians, and they say some really great things. They'll say, well, I need to build up the military. I got news for you, boys and girls. If we don't fix the economy, there isn't going to be any money to fix the military. There isn't going to be any money if we don't fix the economy for Social Security and Medicare. We're not going to save that. We got $21 trillion in debt. If we don't fix the economy, what in the world are we looking at? And if we don't fix the economy, we can't even fix the schools, the funding for our schools and our roads and our bridges. It's about the economy. I had to look myself in the mirror and be honest with myself. Freddie Cruson, you're an idiot. It's about the economy. It's not about ISIS. Yes, ISIS is important. Yes, all these other things are important, but it's about the economy. And I want somebody up there in Washington that's got a business brain, a guy that likes to win, a guy that takes no prisoners, no surrender. That's the kind of guy I want in Washington. And I believe that he can cajole some of the folks in Congress, in the House, and the Senate. And so that's why I'm asking for you guys to support Donald Trump. If you support somebody else, that's fine too, because this is part of the process, and God bless America. Thank you. Now we've got to make sure that everybody here has signed in. Okay? Is there anybody here that has not signed in? Because we're going to start handing out ballots. And it's really important because when we start counting ballots, the number of people that signed in has to match the ballots, the number of ballots. So here we go. Need some votes? Yes.
Can I say something real quick? I chickened out. I'm Rand Paul.
Okay, well, come on up. Absolutely. There's no chickening out here. Just go ahead and do your thing. You're a good man. Rand Paul's a good guy. All right?
Hi, my name's Dan Hunter, live here in Sidney. I would rather jump out of an airplane without a reserve parachute than stand up in front of a group of people, so forgive me if I throw up. Rand Paul is the person I support. A lot of the same reasons that I think people support Donald Trump. He's somebody who people can make common ground with. He hasn't actually had a job before he's a politician. It's a rare thing. He's a doctor. He's not a lawyer. I'm a big fan. Anybody who's not a lawyer, no offense, if anybody's in here. Likewise with the economy. What I checked before I came down, I think it was $19 trillion we're in debt, but honestly, it's the same thing. It's a number you can't even calculate. 19 trillion, 21 trillion is more than there are stars in the sky. That's a serious problem. I think Rand Paul has an excellent tax reform plan, which it's something that can actually work. Instead of just yelling about, we have to do this, he has plans for it. And he has things that can work. And as far as bringing people together, so somebody in Congress, I think he actually can find common ground with everybody in Congress, which, if you want anything to happen, again, we're horribly divided, and we need to come together, not just as a party, but as a country, and I think he's the man to do it.
Thank you. I'm going to need about 4 or 5 volunteers. Yep, got somebody?
Yeah, I'd like to make a speech or talk.
For whom?
Ben Carson.
Yes, please. Did we already have a Ben Carson guy?
Yes.
Yeah. Look, we already have one Ben Carson guy. Okay, I'm sorry, thank you. Okay, like I said, I'm going to need some volunteers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need 10 volunteers to get some ballots. Start handing out the ballots.
It's a little warm.
What's that?
Are there councils in the queue?
No.
Okay.
Are you? Excuse me, sorry.
Okay, is there anybody that does not have any ballots? Okay.
What's up?
Like a good Boy Scout engagement
I
there.
don't think so. I know, right? I mean, I won't tell, but somebody might. Your secret's safe with me.
Well, Andy already knows, so here.
Probably not. I don't care if you keep it.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those who didn't get a ballot, what we're going to do is like we did in the old days. We just hand out a piece of paper like this. Write down the name of the candidate that you wish to caucus for, fold it over, and then we'll pick it up, okay? So. Okay, for all those that don't have a ballot, raise your hand. We'll get to you. That'll work. Yeah, the piece of paper. Don't pass that around. Once you got all your ballots signed, pass them to the outside.
My grandpa's an Iowa farmer.
Yeah, I'm sure she's very offended
Yes,
about it.
very much so. I get
Yeah.
to hear about it.
And I used to, you know.
Yeah.
And they would have cars.
Hey, Jeannie, where are you hiding at, Jeannie? Where are you at, my friend? We're going to need you up here to do some counting with us, okay? Yeah, I'm going to need some help counting. Otherwise, we'll be here until Christmas comes around next year. Okay.
I haven't been wanting to see since, so I'm from I did master's work and master's in Iowa. But now that I live in Nebraska, I don't get to meet them.
No, it's a
Oh, it's totally. Well, Nebraska's solid, right?
yeah.
So they don't even bother coming around.
I was in Lincoln the other day. I was South Florida somewhere.
Oh, sure.
And I ate lunch at Panera. There was a couple of cities I made here. And I said something about the weather. I said, well, this isn't too bad because I've got a yeah. Oh gosh, I've been thinking about it for days. What do you do?
I tried my answer girl pants, but couldn't really get through something.
Yeah.
She's just like,
Okay, is everybody turned in all the ballots? Are we having a good time yet? Great, wherever you're at, thank you, my friend. Appreciate it, Pastor. Thank you very much.
it's so insulting.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, Iowans were people clothes just like us. It's so insulting. Like the news media only cares about Iowans, wants employees, what they wear, and it's like it's very infantilizing. They're human. It's just like the rest of us. They have thoughts and opinions.
Okay, I'm going to ask one more time. Is there any more ballots out there that hasn't been handed in yet? Okay.
What's up?
Eat other things besides tenderloins.
No.
They
Corn
are.
and tenderloins.
Well, they're counting just 50 right now.
And mashed potatoes. Of course. When I lived in Iowa City.
Put a little note down here. Put a little note down here. Oh, no, so, there we go. I put a little note down here that the election of the precinct committee people. Now, these are the central committee people. Now, we already have, a central committee that all be on the central committee, but normally what happens is last time we caucused, we had 24 central committee members. And all we do is we meet once a month and we talk about Republican things and some of the things we can be doing for the Republican Party, okay? And we do fundraisers and those kind of things. So what we would really like to do is get some fresh blood in the Republican Party. And I'm talking youngsters. I'm talking ages from the 18 to 40. Anybody under 60 is a youngster. So, but that's where I'm at. So, is there anybody that would like to nominate somebody for the Central Committee members? I'd like to get one or two from the Central Committee. And then after that's done, we'll go into the election of the delegates for the county convention, where all the Republicans will all get together and we kick around some things on March the 12th, okay? And it's a lot of fun, and it gets pretty spirited from time to time, so if you like to be spirited, it'd be a nice thing to be one of the delegates for the county convention. Okay, now let me see if I'm doing this right. I gotta read the black print. Sometimes they change these things up on you. Okay, it tells me here, I will now accept nominations for Fremont County Central Committee. And the chair wishes to conduct this election by secret or paper ballot, or we can actually do it by yeas and nays. And first off, we'll take them one at a time. I'm Freddie Cruson, and I'm going to put my name out for nomination for the Central Committee. And since I'm the chair for the Republican Party here, I guess it might be a good idea if I do that. This is how it works. Freddie Cruson has been nominated. Are there any additional nominations? Hearing no further nominations, I call for an unanimous vote for. But this is where it's unanimous vote for Freddie Cruson, okay? So, all those in favor of Freddie Cruson being on the Central Committee say yay. Yay. All those opposed say nay. Come on, where's the nays at? All right. And Judy, are you still going to be on the Central Committee?
Yes, and I want to nominate Angie.
Okay, is Angie in here? No, she's not. Angie, there you are! Miss Edelman, how you doing? Nice to see your smiling face, thank you. Okay, Judy Barrett is up for nomination for the Central Committee. I would like to recommend or nominate Judy. There is going to be Angie Edelman. You okay with that? Yes. Okay. Angie Edelman and Judy Barrett are for nomination. Are there any additional nominations? Anybody want to nominate somebody? Yes.
I'd like to nominate Justin Shirley. He's represents the I don't know the exact age, but the mentality that we need in the party.
Oh, you're young. I love this. Love this. Okay. I want to get your first name is?
Justin.
Dustin?
Justin.
Oh, Justin is in Jolly.
Yep.
Okay. Justin Shirley, right?
Yep.
Okay. So we have Judy Barrett, we have Angie Edelman, and we have Justin Shirley for nomination. Yes. One more.
Nominate Joseph Everly.
Joseph Everly, there you are. Another young man. Great, I'm loving this. Okay, so I'm going to start writing names down. Oh, my goodness.
Freddie Cruson.
I got him. He's already on. I don't know what for, but we'll find somebody to do it.